global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings today. The two flag bearers, party flag bearers, APC and PDP, have concluded their conventions, and their presidential flag bearers have emerged. Atiku for PDP and Bola Ahmed Tinubu for APC. Right now, there's a search for the VP. Now, that's where the drama begins. So many days ago, before the convention of APC began, there was a lot of name calling insinuations that Okowa may be in the picture. Of course, Okowa was like, why not if not? That's Okowa's aide was like, why not if not? Okay, then of course there's also the name of Emeka Ihedioha of Imo State, former Imo State governor that was impeached. A lot of hush stories about him. Also, he's a bit close to, has a nice relationship with Atiku. Of course, he was like, he's not in the know, that he's surprised just hearing all this on the social media. Well, another name has popped up, but the question is, would he accept? We don't know how through this, whether he would accept this. But of course, as the game gets stiffer between the two old guns, because I call them two old guns, because both of them have been in the picture of politics, so I guess the kind of strategy and picking the region that have the strongest influence. But in a moment, you're going to find out who it may be the running mate for Atiku Abubakar. It's quite a shocking one though. But before we go to the news proper, like you subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, bearing any unforeseen development, Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike may be named as the running mate to the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Atiku Abubakar. Well, Nigerian gathered that the former vice president has offered the position to the Rivers State Governor, who was the first runner-up in the primary that produced the party's new standard bearer. You need to hear the reactions of Nigerians. It's really wonderful. But let's continue with the news anyway. It was gathered that Atiku, who was also the candidate of the PDP in 2019 exercise, would have since announced the Rivers State Governor as his running mate, but for the opposition to the idea by some other state governors. As at Wednesday, efforts were on top gear to smoothen the way for Rivers State Governor to be named. The efforts were spearheaded by governors of Sam Otom Benue, Seyi Makinde Oyo, and Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi Enugu. These three people are the one that even gave Wike the highest votes, especially Seyi Makinde and Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi. But let's continue. Who were said to be mounting pressure on their colleagues to accept Wike as the running mate. The three governors, in a car driven personally by Makinde on Wednesday, went to Atiku's residence in Abuja, where they were thought to have briefed him on the progress in the move to get the buy-in of other governors in the running mate issue. Wike was also present in the meeting that was later confirmed by the presidential candidate in a tweet on his verified social media handle, saying Governors Nyesom Wike at Seyi Makinde, Samuel Otom, and Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi came calling on the courtesy visit before my meeting with the official PDP Nigeria Governors Forum. Slowly but surely, the seed of unity are being planted in our party. AA, that's the signature to show that Atiku endorsed that press release. Well, Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa was also believed to be interested in the position, with many of the governors now saying that Wike is best suited for the job because of the goodwill he can bring to it. A source close to the governors confided in Nigerian Wednesday that the meeting of the three governors with Atiku was a sign that progress has been made on the choice of Wike. The presidential candidate, along with national chairman of the PDP, Senator Ayu, also on Wednesday met with the governors at the Legacy House, Maitama, where the presidential candidate bared his soul on the idea of his running mate. At the end of the hour-long meeting with the governors, Atiku left them to continue their deliberations on the issues he canvassed. Briefing correspondents later, chairman of the PDP Governors Forum and governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Tambowa, confirmed that the issue of the running mates to the presidential candidate was part of the discussions. He said Atiku and Ayu left the governors to continue with the process of consultations on the way forward going into 2023 elections campaign. Tambowa said, "You must have seen the national chairman and our presidential candidate attending our meeting, which is the first after our national convention. On this note, therefore, on behalf of my colleagues, the governors, let me commend our leaders and members of our party for a very successful national convention, and to say that the national chairman, along with the candidates, came to thank the governors for their various roles in the convention. And we have discussed about cooperation, collaboration, and prosecuting a very successful electioneering campaign that will result in various victories for the PDP at various elections from the state houses of assembly, national assembly, governorship, and the presidential election come February 2023. So it's more of a consultative meeting on the matters concerning the way forward. Asked to comment on the move to name a running mate, Tambuwal added, is part of the consultation. It's ongoing and governors have been consulted on that. Honestly, personal opinion, no. If Wike will accept, Wike is a tsunami. With due respect, you may not like his attitude, but he's someone who's forceful. But a lot of Nigerians disagree with my opinion, and they have their reasons. In the moment you're going to find out what it is they have against him. This way I say, whoever advised Atiku to pick Governor Nyesom Wike as his running mate when wants to bury Atiku politically. Atiku stood a chance of becoming second in the election, while Jagaba may be third. Now his decision to pick Wike has dropped him to third position, while Tinubu is second. So who's going to be first? Peter will be. Let's find out. Sometimes politics are not played by mouth, and it's also not settled or confirmed in social media. You got to have a structure. Does Peter Obi have a structure? He needs to start building it fast, because these guys are old guns, man. These guys have structures. They have men of timber and caliber. Permit me to say timber and caterpillar, because those words I don't even know what they stand for. Let's go on with the news. Another person here is saying no one will choose someone as rash as Wike for a vice president. They will, one good turn deserves another. Whatever seed you sow, karma has a will repaying it back. I can still remember when he was the running mate, rather the vice president to Olusegun Obasanjo. Towards the tail end of that, it was a show of shame. Both of them were just leaking the level of corruption they had. You say you carry Ghana must go, the other one say no. It was just littered on social media. But look, alas, he's also running again as the president of Nigeria. Let's move on. This here, another person here is saying, after Atiku's meeting with Wike, Otom Makinde and Gwan yesterday concluded that was their plan. Where are the Okowas and the likes of Obaseki, Odom, and Ihedioha that betrayed the South with the hope of merging Atiku's running mate? You all betrayed your brother and hoped a Fulani man will trust you with power? It's a question. And the person here said, basically, God has no, I don't understand what you're saying. Another person here is saying someone like Atiku who realizes this is his last chance to be president and is desperate for a vote as he's faced with an equally strong candidate like Tinubu can. Okay, because he knows that Wike is a forceful person who can be a strategist. Another person is saying, man, this sounds like a killer combo. I tell you, because let's give it to Wike. Wike is forceful. My God. Wike is forceful. Even if it means carrying all Rivers money into this campaign, he will put it just to be sure. Let's meet in that comment section also.